God, He gave you life, too young to even fight. You were meant to see the light, you rising angel. Now you're in paradise, and Jesus holds you tight. Now heaven's home at night, you rising angel.
Someone else make a mistake, then they just blame it on you. They don't take responsibility, they just get angry and take it on you. How can you defend yourself, say it's good for your health, but I say it ain't true? I'm the voice of the lost, that paid the cost. That mistake ain't on me, that mistake is on you.
St. Louis! We in the loop, fam. St. Louis, Missouri.
I'm a gun-toting patriot, God-fearing patriot. Bryson, why they mad? Cause I'm real and they be faking it. Free speech advocate, it's on my mind, I'm saying it. I'm about to buy another gun and ain't nobody taking it. Gun-toting, Bible reading, God believing, truth speaking, American. This MAGA season, Democrats committing treason. I know they think it's sweet, but you don't know who you dealing with. This for free thinkers only, you ain't got no membership. They free, General Flynn, out the cage, cause he innocent. Barton Roger Stone, cause the world know that he innocent. We need to kick out every single illegal immigrant. Mandatory voter ID laws we need to implement.
Welcome! We are so excited to have you guys here. We're excited to be here.
Trying to play us like some dummies. I looked deep into it and I did the math. Why did Obama send money to that Wuhan lab?
And I want to make sure that tonight when you walk away, you understand what's happening in this country, but that you also remain hopeful and understanding that things are changing because people are waking up. And that's all it takes is a global awakening.
St. Louis, what's going on? The USA is truly an amazing country. Your actions that you take today, the way that you treat each other, the decisions that you make, these are the things that's going to set the trajectory for the future, for our families, for our communities, and ultimately for your entire country.
All red MAGA flags waving through the South.
And again, I want to go back to those words, for your safety. Anytime you hear the government say they're doing something for your safety or to help you, you should run the other way.
A kid raised without a father is 5 times more likely to be poor and commit crime, 9 times more likely to drop out of school, and 20 times more likely to end up in jail. That is far and away the #1 problem facing Black America.
Yeah, that's how we ball.
This isn't a problem in America, it is a manufactured problem in America that people have created to divide people and continue to have power and money over them. That is what all of this is about.
Ain't nobody taking it.
It's a whole bunch of people in here. All that you think that I am, all of the success that you see that I've had, any value you find in Brandon Tatum is because of God. Believing in our rights, God-given rights, the freedom to speak, the Second Amendment right, the freedom to bear arms, shall not be infringed.
Are close to once again being a United States of America, and understanding that divided we fall and united we stand. God bless you guys, and thank you so much for being here.
Ain't nobody taking it.
Rising angel.
Welcome to Liberty and Freedom with Brian Bledsoe. So I'm kind of messed up on the intro because that actually will be changing soon, hopefully. And it's funny because if you ever noticed, we started a little late, and mainly because I had some technical difficulties, and I tell you, it seems like it just at the right time I have someone to help me because I I can't even I don't have my notes and everything I was going to talk about, and so I kind of did something different, and now who will be with us on a permanent basis from here on out is Portia Jackson. So, and actually, she'll be the one basically directing this because she has all my notes because I can't see them on my end. So, how you doing, Portia?
Oh, hey. Good. How are you?
All right. So, like I said, you have my notes, and I can remember what I put on there. So, first thing y'all saw the clip from the rally, and also you saw what I posted at the beginning of it, showing that there is another rally in Tampa, Florida. And so I can also announce now that that rally will be on April 9th in Tampa, Florida. And so we'll have more details about tickets and location and all that later on. But just to let everyone know, if you want to mark your calendars now, if you can make it out to Tampa, Florida, it'll be April 9th for our next rally. And you saw the highlights from our St. Louis rally, which was a great time. I was able to make it to that one. And yeah, it was a great time with all the great speakers. And yeah, so and also, if you notice, and I'm remembering what I wrote down. So also we had a food bank, and we had people to volunteer to come out to the Houston Food Bank yesterday, and just want to thank everyone who came out and helped out with loading up the pallets and everything. And also there was a video matter of fact, there's a video, not a video, just a compilation of pictures from yesterday that if I don't forget from the notes, forget to play it at the end. I didn't put that in the notes actually. So if I forget, Portia, you remember to play that at the end so everyone could see the photos from the food bank. And so now I'm lost. So what's next?
We have the new position.
Oh yeah. So director of city. So we are still looking for two people to fill those positions. And I know I put the description last month as far as everything that goes with it. I'm not going to do that now. That's a lot. But if you want to see, go to our Facebook page. We have a job tab open for you to see all the details as far as that position goes. So like I said, we're still looking for two people to fill those roles, and we're definitely looking forward to having someone to step up and help us out in as far as in the leadership team. So what's next?
Black entrepreneurship.
Well, that's because this month is on Black prosperity and Black entrepreneurship, and it's funny because we had you on. I'm pretty sure that we had you on last year about Black entrepreneurship, and and in talking about that, I know we've been sharing posts on Instagram and Facebook from different people, Dr. Carol Swain, from Larry Elder, as far as their thoughts and about Black prosperity. And so I know we had you on last year about it, and just I guess just give people kind of an idea as far as just in owning a business, because you have the experience.
I want to first say I'm looking up because I have two screens. So
yeah, that's because of me, I think, right?
the screens are one screen is tiny and the other.
Oh, I think it paused on Portia. I don't know if y'all hear me. Oh, yeah, I think it paused.
Oh,
it's free for a second. Go ahead.
Okay. Just if I were to give anybody any tips or pointers about entrepreneurship, going into your own lane, especially as conservatives, our values are aligned with working hard. That It went out again. Okay.
Oh,
But
was it me?
well, both of us went off, but now we're back.
Okay.
Oh, I guess that's the thing about going live. But however,
Yeah.
Just recognizing and knowing that it's going to take a lot of your time, if not all of your time, majority of your time. So you need to make sure that if that's something that you're doing, that you're definitely willing to commit the time to it. I think one of the biggest things that I could share with someone about being in a leadership role is that just because you're a leader, that doesn't mean that you should be a bully or you have to always just talk bad or treat people a certain type of way because you're like in charge, you're on top. I don't think that that produces good results, and you're not going to have a good crew that's willing to follow you, especially wherever you go. You know, you want to make sure that you treat people fair and in a way to where they're loyal to you and they stick by you. But then also with that leadership, whenever you correct people, you don't have to be abrasive or rude. You can effectively criticize someone with the goal of helping them to become better. So knowing how to do that, communicating effectively with your employees helps once you get there, if you're there already. And, you know, holding people accountable, but ultimately holding yourself accountable. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I can't think of anything else that I've ever done that has been as hard as that. It's just a lot of strength, a lot of prayer, just a lot of everything just to get through it every single day, because it is really a lot. I couldn't, there's not enough time to go through all of it, but staying organized, staying on top of your business, not slacking, and being fair to people. And then of course you have to deal with other people above you, right? So you want to make sure you have appropriate business relationships and that you're always carrying the name of your business with, you know, a good high honor. And especially for Black folks, we have a very strong reputation of customer service and the way that we handle business. Now, of course, that's not all of us, but the reputation is just so bad that it follows all of us, even if that's not us. So I'm very strict about that. Timeliness, punctuality is everything. You want to make sure that you are giving outstanding service. We ain't talking back. Just because it's Black owned, we're not doing hookups. We're not doing none of that. You know, all this extra nonsense. No, we want to make sure that our business represents the standards of, I mean, nobody's Chick-fil-A, but nonetheless, you want to, you know, do your best to make sure that people trust you, they trust your product, and they want to come back and see you. Even if, you know, you got a lot of Black folks working for you or not, I think that for us, ultimately, my biggest goal and focus when running the business is always, man, I know how I feel as a Black person whenever I go get service and it's us. I'm like, oh no, I'm not doing it today. So I don't want that to be something that's continuous, you know, as we go on, as I go on, as anybody who has their own business, their Black owned business that's going on. Because I mean, honestly, it's not fair to those of us that aren't that way and Black customers that do come and that don't expect to be treated that way. And then if we did do better with that as a community, then maybe Black businesses would thrive a whole lot more than what they are. So that's all I got.
Yeah, it's you know, it's just unfortunately like it's like a culture in Black owned businesses themselves, really. Kind of like what you mentioned, where you kind of it's almost assumed that you're gonna you know, get hooked up or something like that, where you don't do that anywhere else. But you do it here, and it just it's something where it just that it feels like it just has seeped in to where it's almost just a given now. So,
And it makes you not want to do it.
yeah. Oh, okay. So what's next? I can't remember. I can't remember nothing now.
Oh no, it's fine. Okay, so the hypocrisy of treatment of the truckers protest and BLM and Antifa.
Oh yeah. So with what has happened in Canada, and you know, with have people's bank accounts getting frozen and how they're treating the freedom convoys, the truck convoys down, up in Canada, and now we have one going on as we speak, in here going to DC, and it was one thing that kind of stuck out to me is that it was the hypocrisy of how they treated that protest as opposed to Black Lives Matter and Antifa, where you didn't hear about them freezing bank accounts while they were literally burning cities down and causing actual violence. You didn't hear about freezing accounts. You didn't hear all this harsh aggression. And if there was some, it wasn't applauded by the mainstream media to be aggressive toward protesters. But when you had this going on, the past couple of weeks up in Canada, all of a sudden they like, these same people who would cry a river if you would just lay one finger on someone that was literally burning down your city. But now all of a sudden, when you had these truckers out here, now all of a sudden they say, you know what? Yeah, just shoot them all. Basically, that's kind of how their whole, their feeling towards people who were trying to peacefully protest.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, for me, this might sound harsh, but hey, Canada gets what Canada votes for. And baseline, all that crazy stuff that got going on over there, listen, they must love it. I mean, we got to see the trucker convoy and we got to see all of those things, but like same thing when everything was, getting really crazy in Australia. And I'm like, well, I mean, I know we don't have the same system of government, but nonetheless, y'all have a whole lot of people that agree with a lot of that crazy stuff. And although I don't agree now, of course, if it starts to happen here in America, then I'm gonna, care more. But the thing about being an American, which is not the same as being a Canadian, is that we aren't going to tolerate that. So, I mean, y'all can, go through and deal with all of that nonsense. We're not going to deal with it, So I know for us to do it, and I'm actually kind of ashamed that we didn't do it first. It's like, Canada, for real? They beat us to it, yeah. Like what's up with that? But I don't agree with it. I hate it to see it. It was entertaining to watch for us here, as Americans, like, oh wow, that's crazy. Like, and then of course to make up in your mind, like, I wish they would do that in America. That's in that way. But then whenever you think about,
well, we're going to kind of find out though, because once they get to DC,
we're going to find out. But I just don't think a country like ours, it's just a lot of crazy things have happened, and a lot of us have complied. Some of us have bent the knee and that whole thing like that. But where we are right now, I see the country coming together more with equal hatred towards Joe Biden and his administration. So I think it's a good thing in that way, because what they're doing is they're just exposing themselves. And so that helps all of us, not just in Canada or in Australia. It helps everybody, who's being victims to this nonsense. And then BLM and Antifa.
Now they've already got some of the National Guard to be in DC for the convoy. Mm-hmm. So they're already setting up what they think is going to happen. So as of right now, they're saying at least one of the convoys, they're saying that they're going to go around the Beltway. And I think it's gonna be like March 5th. And I know there's another convoy that's trying to get there on March 1st for Biden's State of the Union address. So there's multiple convoys going on. Right. But we'll see how our government responds when it comes to these convoys that's coming up. So
we can already imagine, but I hope it doesn't get crazy. But where I'm at right now and the way that my brain works is that if something does go crazy, I'm just gonna think that it's them putting in some type of a puppet. Yeah, like how they make up stuff out of thin air just to get people all riled up and upset. I think that something like that is going to happen here just to say, oh my gosh, all these racist white people, they're just trying to take our country back and put y'all in words back in chains or something.
Yeah,
like that. I'm just like, okay, whatever. So,
I mean, look, look, I mean, people that have been watching this, they know I'm a trucker. Now, look, I most likely would have been part of the convoy if I didn't have a speaking engagement tomorrow at the Tarrant County Young Republicans, and also being an election judge on March 1st for the primary. Right. So I had those already scheduled before the convoy was scheduled, and so I want to honor my commitments, and so yeah, that's the only reason why I'm not part of the convoy myself.
Yeah, because I was thinking about that. Did you get your supplies? All right.
No, I got to get it tomorrow. I just got in town. I just got home.
I got mine yesterday. That line was long. I was like, oof.
Yo, yeah. Hopefully, it won't be. Well, if people don't know, so we're election judges for the Texas primary. Well, that's on my notes. I think it's somewhere on my notes about talking about this anyway. So,
yeah, it is. I see it. Yeah.
So we're not gonna get to that now, then. So so we were talking about getting our supplies because as election judge, we have like a bag of supplies that we take to the polling location, and then we have to set up the machines and all of that. So, and all that to say, just to let everyone know, the Texas primary is March 1st, and so if you haven't voted already during early voting, election day is on March 1st, and go wherever wherever county you're at, and just go vote. And so that's what we were talking about as far as the supplies go.
Yeah, and to piggyback off of that, we need more people to volunteer to be election judges or precinct chairs, because I don't think that people realize how much work goes on in the background, like whenever you go vote. Because I mean, once upon a time, I too did not know until I became an election judge. So it's just like, there is somebody somewhere out there that sets up all of those machines. They have to go to the cabinet. They have to take them all off. They have to set up all the tables. They got to plug up all the extension cords, hook everything up, and they have to make sure everything is running smoothly before the people start getting there and they want to vote. And you want to get there early enough.
Portia, I know I got to do this. You're making. I know what this is about to happen. I'm like, I don't want to think about it right.
I know. I have to say it out loud because listen, it's just like, oh, it's so much fun. Even though I do love being an election judge, I do. It's just, it pays to be involved. Locally. It pays so much to be involved because there's so many things that you don't know, and then it's just like whenever you do know, it's just like, oh man, like I can contribute in so many different ways that I didn't even know that I can contribute to. And it's just like I don't care what side of the aisle you're on, we always need hands. Always. We always need help.
Actually we have well, at least for me, I think one of our members is actually helping as an election clerk. I know she when I was election judge last year, she wanted to help out, but I have already had my clerks already. So, but this time I made sure she was the first one I contacted, and so she'll be helping out along with. So for me, I have 4. I think I may have. Well, it'll be 5 total for my location, and it's a primary, and unfortunately, the turnout is normally not that great, and so. They're not anticipating a lot because I don't have that many clerks, and I don't think I'm gonna get any more. But it also goes, what they estimate the turnout is going to be, which unfortunately it'll be low in comparison to a presidential year, especially.
Yeah, and that sucks. That's so sad that people don't come out, for our state and local elections. But at my polling location, I have 8 plus me, so it's 9.
Oh yeah, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, but listen, they come and vote where I'm at. So everybody come vote, and they come and vote the day of. I mean, as soon as the bell strikes, I'm talking, the line is already long and they're already there. But what's always funny, well, it was funny at first. It's not anymore because they know me now. But whenever I first became the election judge out here, and we had primaries, everybody that walked in walked to the other table. And they had to be sent to my table.
Yeah.
Because they thought that the white folks, that was a Republican table.
Yeah.
And so they went to them. And so then they had to get redirected to me. And it's just like, oh yeah, hey, I'm over here. And I'm like, are these folks probably like, but now they know.
Now this is a little detail. I mean, I don't know how every state is, but like in Texas, whenever the primary election is, normally both parties are in the same location. But so when you go in, you have to specify which primary you're going to vote in, and so if you're Republican, you go this way, and if you're Democrat, you go that way, and so. For someone like myself or Portia, especially when we go to vote, it's always funny because it's almost an assumption that I'm going to vote Democrat until I said Republican. Like, well, you got to go over here. Like, and then it's also funny.
They be so friendly too. They be so friendly whenever they walk you in, trying to guide you over to the Democrat side. It's like, oh no, I'm going the other side.
I'm going the other way.
Yeah.
Now this is my first time doing it for a primary as an election judge. So,
this your first time doing it as a primary?
For the primary, because the other times we're doing. Yes, well, the other time was for the. I forgot what was it for. Either way, it wasn't a primary. So this is my first time being election judge for a primary. So yeah, it's gonna be kind of. I don't know who the Democrat judge is. So, but yeah, it's gonna be kind of. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, you're gonna be chuckling. Yeah, you're gonna be laughing. Yeah.
All right. So what's the next thing I got on there?
CPAC.
Oh well, CPAC just ended. And so I would just, I don't know whoever is watching. Maybe they've been to CPAC. Maybe they watched it on Facebook or whatnot. That's what it was, because CPAC is also is coming to Dallas in August. That's the reason. That's the reason I put it in there, but I forgot to put the dates. But yeah, so that was the reason, just to mention that CPAC is going to be in Dallas on August 4th through the 7th, I think. And hopefully, I will hope, Bledsoe would have a presence there. Let's put it that way. At CPAC.
It wasn't his president as it could have been last year. I feel like it was just a couple of us.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I was talking about Bledsoe, Texas as an organization to be there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Yeah. So but like for one, we just found out about it, so hopefully we'll have something set up and something we'll have something for that. So so that was it for that. What else I have?
It says discussion, and then it says Beto O'Rourke running for governor and reached out.
That was in. And matter of fact, let me mention that, because when talking about the primary, so we interviewed, Don Huffines, Alan West, and Chad Prather last year. So if you go back and want to listen to watch those interviews, because also with the primary coming up on March 1st. So yeah, just and I was looking for contact information for Beto O'Rourke to put it out there, because I want to ask if he wants to come on, just like everyone else. We didn't hear back from Abbott's office either. So.
So you reached out to Abbott's office and tried to contact Beto's, and no luck.
I haven't checked in the past month or two, but once he announced on his website, there's no way to for contact media contact on there. So, but it might be there now. But that was at least a month ago. I tried to look it up because I was going to send the email.
You think he'd come on?
Huh?
You think he'd come on?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. But I want to give him the opportunity, and anyone else. Like I said, we reached out to Governor Abbott as well, and so that didn't go nowhere. So, but now the primary is here, and so we'll it'll all get whittled down. Well, I'm pretty sure it's gonna get to a runoff. There's gonna be a runoff of some sort. whether it's for governor, whether it's for some representative, something. There's going to be a runoff somewhere. So yeah.
It's exciting. It's an exciting time to me right now here at home in Texas, with the elections going on and just seeing the results. It's like I just can't wait. It's just, I get so sick and tired of hearing the videos online. Oh, Texas is turning purple. I'm like, where at? I mean, y'all think the only reason why Texas is red is because white folks vote for Republicans? Like, what is that? Like, that's so dumb. And it's just like more people are like, nah, I'm not feeling none of this, so I might vote the other way. Don't even really know why. It's just like, no, I'm going to vote the other way. So it's just like, leave us alone. Leave us alone.
Have you seen there was a map from early voting showing how much it was swinging as far as how many more Republicans were voting in certain counties, and it was like basically the border was red. Yeah, I was like, oh wow, that's
they flipped, and they already flipped, So it's just like, okay.
If that part of our state is turning more than any other part, because that was like the bluest part of our state the border.
I bet you, yeah. Now they know. Now they see. Hey, and then the thing is that it's them. It's majority of the Hispanics saying, "Oh no, not my backyard."
Yeah.
And it's just like, no, it has nothing to do with no hate or anything like that. It's just there's rules, there's laws, and in Texas, we don't bother nobody. We don't want to be bothered by nobody. We don't want nobody to take our stuff. Just leave me alone. And they don't get to experience that down there. I'm so glad I don't live out there because ooh-wee.
Yeah. So we're past 30 minutes, and I guess I had everything in there just to reach around 30 minutes.
Oh, you said the crack pipes with Biden. That was the last.
I was just about to say that was one other thing. We passed 30 minutes now, and that's fine. That's fine. I would just say out of that, as far as that story with with President Biden and the safe smoking kits, I'm going to say the worst that is in the PDF that is out there. It says safe smoking kits. Okay, what do you call it? Crack pipe or whatever like that. But in the memo it says safe smoking kit. So that's what they're looking to give. What they call I forgot what the underserved communities.
Black
folks. Yeah. so for just for the time that we don't have, I don't know how many people read the article that someone wanted some quotes back when that happened, or I think it's Dallas Express, and I had plenty of quotes for them. So if people want to, if they want to read that article, you can. I can link it on here, or maybe I can link it on our Facebook page. But yeah, I'm not gonna get too much into that because we're well past the time. Portia, well, we know you're gonna be an election judge. So what else are you? You got anything coming up?
No. Besides, nothing besides that. In May 21st and 22nd, I believe, the Frederick Douglass Republicans were having the Emerging Leaders Conference downtown Fort Worth, and it's supposed to be really great. Last year, but then the one coming up this year. So, but that's in May. As far as anything before that, I have so much stuff going on. I only remember what I remember when I remember.
Well, for people up in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, especially in Tarrant County, I know you're already going to have a lot of people coming to your location anyway, but tell people if they want to come to your location, to vote. Where is your location at?
At Lakeside Church, it's polling location 4259. So if you put in polling location 4259, that would send you my way.
Yeah, I can't remember the precinct that I'm actually in for my polling location precinct. I would just say my polling location is St. Andrew's United Methodist Church in Arlington. So
Okay.
so that's my polling location. If y'all want to come over there and vote there, I can guarantee it's gonna be done right at my
Yeah, it's
location.
gonna be done real right, real safe. You ain't got to worry about that with us.
Yeah, that's right.
Ain't nobody gonna be bringing in no boxes in the middle of
that's right.
the night.
Yeah, and if you're poll watching, make sure you stay 100 feet away. So we do things by the book at my location
By the
and
book.
forces.
Exactly, 100%. And my voters expect that too. So.
And last thing, tomorrow. So I mentioned it earlier. I'll be speaking at the Tarrant County Young Republicans on tomorrow at I think it'll start at 6:00, and that link is on our bio for Bledsoe, Texas. So you can go to that link and you can get the details. Like I said, it starts at 6:00 tomorrow. I'll be speaking, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes. I have no idea really. But so yeah, just talking about Bledsoe and just spreading the word about Bledsoe and bringing more awareness. So anyway, yeah.
For the YRs, yeah. So our meeting tomorrow, and we have a new president now, Brandon.
Yep. He's the one who set it up. So yeah, appreciate him, inviting me. So look forward to it. So this is from this point forward. This is gonna be Liberty and Freedom. It's gonna be with Portia and Brian now. so now we have to, we're gonna have the little thing at the bottom there and all that, and we're gonna say our names and it's gonna be all official and stuff probably next month. So so appreciate everyone that has been watching, and sorry for the delay. Like I said, it was my fault with all the technical difficulties, but we got through it because Portia got all the notes, so we got it. So so for Portia, Brian, we will see you next month. Thank you for watching.
See you next month.